What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. WWE news and rumors for the week ending 9/1/2013. Now, I know a bunch of you guys have been asking me, JD, when's news and rumors going up? I got to get my news and rumors for the week. You guys should know this. You guys don't need to bombard my Twitter and my YouTube mail. JD, when's news and rumors coming up? It's always up on Friday after I get out of work, guys, all right? It's either Friday, and if by some chance I don't get it up by Friday, it's going to be up on Saturday. But it's usually Friday, okay? Because that's when I get all of my news compiled and gathered, and I sit down, I got some free time, and I deliver the news and rumors to you guys like only JD can do. The best source for your WWE shit on YouTube, all right? Now, I have a ton, and I mean a ton of stuff for you guys. So sit back, relax, grab a beverage, and just listen to JD talk as he gives you the news in the WWE, all right, guys? So let's get right into it. I'm going to start off first with Paul Heyman. Now, Paul Heyman and CM Punk and Curtis Axel had a great segment on Monday Night Raw. Paul Heyman got major props backstage for what was described as one of the best in-ring action promo angles ever on this week's Monday Night Raw from Phoenix, where he beat up CM Punk with a kendo stick. When he got to the back, Triple H put him over and called his work magic. The plan as of this week is for a new Paul Heyman guy to save him at Night of Champions next month. We're told that this is the current course for the storyline progression. Now, this is very interesting. Adding more people into Paul Heyman's little group is a great thing. Hopefully, it is an NXT character. Hopefully, it is an NXT superstar, whether it's a male superstar or a diva. I don't know. I have no information on who this might be. But as you guys know, I am a big fan of this angle, and I will have more news as we get going into this week's show. I have news on where this angle may be headed, and it's quite the interesting story. So I just wanted to let you guys know about Paul Heyman right off the bat, because it's an interesting idea that the WWE Creative is throwing around for later in the year, most notably the Survivor Series. All right, so let's get right into the news, guys. Paul Heyman, CM Punk, Curtis Axel had a great segment on Monday Night Raw, like I just said. Those three will be involved at Night of Champions. Is going to be CM Punk versus Paul Heyman and Curtis Axel in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Do not be surprised if WWE, now I know this is going to piss some of you guys off, because last week a few of you guys actually voiced your opinions on this, and then when I did my Monday Night Raw review, a few of you guys voiced your opinions on this. Do not be surprised if Rob Van Dam wins the World Heavyweight Championship from Alberto Del Rio at Night of Champions in a couple of weeks. RVD is expected to get a huge pop in Detroit, and if WWE wants a title change for a few weeks, or even a transitional period to Damien Sandow, this would be the best opportunity. Now, I don't know about that. I don't like the transitional champions. Edge, the Rated R Superstar Edge, was known all his career as a transitional champion. You know, he won the belt, held it for a month or two, and then dropped it to the next guy in line that was going to be set up to be the next big thing in WWE. Whether it was John Cena, being Super Cena as he always is, or he was dropping it to I don't know, whoever, CM Punk and Jeff Hardy and guys like that. But I don't like the transitional champions, because Rob Van Dam isn't one of those guys. He's not one of those guys where you want to, just get a spark out of the crowd, give him the World Championship, get a little buzz going, and then all of a sudden you're just going to drop it to Damien Sandow anyway. Damien Sandow, regardless, is going to be the World Heavyweight Champion. We all know this. No matter who he fights, no matter who he wrestles, at what pay-per-view, Damien Sandow is going to be the World Heavyweight Champion. I don't care what anybody says. That's the way it's going to go. That's what's going to happen. To take the belt off Del Rio right now would be a mistake. Del Rio's work, as of late, has been great. To give Rob Van Dam the World Championship makes no sense, because right now he's working a part-time schedule. Okay, he's back for a few weeks. He's probably going to take a little break in October, come back in January. That's the rumor I'm hearing right now. So to have Rob Van Dam win the World Championship right now literally makes no sense. But here's the way I see it. If they want to do that, it probably would be more of an impact to Damien Sandow if he wins the World Heavyweight Championship from Rob Van Dam. I really don't think it's going to be that big of a deal if he comes down the aisle, cashes in the briefcase and all of a sudden cashes it in on Del Rio and wins the World Championship from Del Rio. It's not going to be, oh my God, here we go, because you know what's going to happen. It would be more of a shock if he did it against Rob Van Dam. That's the only way I see that happening. So we'll have to wait and see until Night of Champions. I have a feeling WWE's going to go with RVD, but I really think it should remain Damien Sandow. Not Damien Sandow, Alberto Del Rio. But Damien Sandow, regardless, is going to be the World Heavyweight Champion by the end of the year. News on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is officially out of the WWE Doghouse. Randy Orton told a producer at Raw on Monday night in Phoenix that he enjoys working with The Shield. When you got Randy Orton speaking highly of whoever backstage, obviously the WWE Creative and the WWE higher-ups usually listen. So that's good for Seth Rollins. I know the Shield was in the doghouse for some backstage incident. They were getting a little bit too cocky. They were taking their characters a little bit too far. Bossing everybody around backstage, thinking who they were. That's what I read. So it's nice to see Seth Rollins officially out of the WWE Doghouse. I don't know, if the same goes for Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, but Randy Orton is being public about enjoying working with him. It's only a good thing for the Shield. It's only a good thing. Now, this is something that really pissed me off on Monday Night Raw. The pairing of Ricardo Rodriguez with Rob Van Dam was super last minute, according to WWE sources, because Rey Mysterio wasn't ready to come back. So, there you have it, guys. Ricardo Rodriguez was supposed to be paired with Rey Mysterio, and Rob Van Dam was super last minute because Rey Mysterio was still hurt. So, that makes sense there. I mean, I don't see this pairing with Rodriguez and RVD lasting. I honestly think the best way to go about this is what I said on Monday Night Raw, my review. Ricardo Rodriguez screws RVD and aligns himself back with Del Rio. That's just the way I see it. It's just too out there. It's too random. Yeah, I don't really, think RVD needs anybody. Obviously ECW is a whole different beast. He had Alfonso and he had Sabu in his corner. This is not ECW. This is WWE 2013. We're going into 2014. RVD does not need a manager. His theme music gets more of a pop than Ricardo Rodriguez. So that's just the way I think about that. Word is that Dolph Ziggler is in the WWE Doghouse. He was put under Antonio Cesaro in a match taped for WWE Superstars, and it's rumored that he recently got into it with Randy Orton. Now, I do not know the full details of this story. All I know is that Dolph Ziggler took to the radio airwaves this week. I did not get a chance to read the article that was posted about his interview. Apparently, he is being very outspoken about his current position in the WWE. He still believes he should be the World Heavyweight Champion. He thinks he should be higher up on the card. He does not want to be delegated back down to the mid-card. And I honestly agree with him. WWE Creative right now, I don't know what they're doing with Ziggler. Ziggler is one of the best entertainers in the company. You built him up. You built him up as the World Heavyweight Champion. You spent all this time putting all your efforts into making him a face when he was, when he's better as a heel. We all know he's better as a heel, but they put so much energy into him being a face. And now he's in the doghouse. I don't know what goes on backstage in WWE, but they better fucking just cut the fucking political bullshit and just take care of the guys you need to take care of. Ziggler is going to be there in the future. He is. He's going to be a World Heavyweight Champion, a WWE Champion, whatever championship you got, he's going to be holding those belts. He's the future of this company, or one of the pieces of the future to this company. Do not put him in the doghouse. Hopefully WWE Creative comes to their senses and Ziggler manages to work through this and build himself back up to the top of the card, because he definitely does not deserve to be in the doghouse. Definitely does not. Now, this is where it gets interesting, guys. This is where I mentioned Paul Heyman in the beginning. All right, Triple H giving him major props backstage about his in-ring work with CM Punk. This is big. All right, there is talk right now of pairing CM Punk with Daniel Bryan to feud with Triple H and Randy Orton. Under this scenario, Punk would do a worked shoot promo similar to his first Pipebomb with Bryan about where they came from and how Punk had to be treated earlier on before his Pipebomb, where he had to pretty much threaten to quit the company before getting a legitimate push as a top superstar in the WWE. he would focus on Triple H holding down guys and how they aren't the model WWE superstar, and now they're treating Bryan how they treated him. That's the word coming out of the WWE locker room right now about what Punk would be going on in the promo. Word is that under this scenario, Paul Heyman would realign with him, with CM Punk again. So it would be Paul Heyman and CM Punk, because the only thing that they hate more than each other is the McMahon family. Another proposed plan is to align Bryan with Shawn Michaels, like I have been saying for the past 2 months. That was leaked information this week in the dirt sheets and on the internet sites that I usually visit on a daily basis. Now, I don't like... Actually, both of these scenarios I don't mind. Both of these scenarios I do not mind. I think they would work out very well. If you want CM Punk to be realigned again with Paul Heyman and Daniel Bryan to go against Triple H and Randy Orton, possibly at the Survivor Series, I give that a thumbs up. I like that. But the rumors of Brock Lesnar possibly getting a rematch with CM Punk, that would go right out the window. So you got to be careful how you book this, because if they're already talking about a rematch between Brock Lesnar and CM Punk, possibly at Hell in a Cell, is what I'm hearing. Okay? Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk, possibly at Hell in a Cell in a rematch from SummerSlam. You know, if they turn CM Punk and Paul Heyman as faces together, right, with Daniel Bryan to feud against the McMahons, you're not going to be able to have that Brock Lesnar match. So you got to be very careful here. Obviously, the one that I want to happen here is Bryan aligning himself with Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels would be the absolute perfect character to fit into this storyline. Why? Because he's Triple H's best friend. They were in D-Generation X. Nobody knows Triple H more than Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is now seeing everything outside the glass. He's viewing from outside. He's not an active performer anymore. Okay? He trained Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was trained by Shawn Michaels. Who knows Daniel Bryan better than Shawn Michaels? Nobody. Who knows Triple H better than Triple H? Shawn Michaels. It would be perfect for this feud. You have this continue on through the rest of the year, and you have Shawn Michaels come back at WrestleMania to take down Triple H and the McMahons, or his regime, whatever, the new corporation. You have Shawn Michaels aligned with Vince. You want the fucking company, you're going to have to go through your best friend. This is what I've been saying all along. If it happens like that, boy oh boy, guys, do you have a storyline for the fucking ages. Right now, it's great. It's going great. It's fucking got my attention. I'm fully invested in what's going on here. But either way you look at it, these two scenarios are very interesting. Which do I prefer? I prefer Bryan to align himself with Shawn Michaels. Let me know what you guys think down below. WWE is still hoping to get The Undertaker to work a match before WrestleMania 30 at one of the pay-per-views left this year. Unable to get a deal done together for him to work SummerSlam, the new target for his return is now Survivor Series. While there is no way of nailing down a definitive program 3 months out, we're told there is still talk of doing something with the Wyatt family and Kane. WWE likes the idea of a legend like The Undertaker working with some of their up-and-coming talent, which is what he did with The Shield after WrestleMania 29. At this point, whether or not The Undertaker works before WrestleMania is completely up to him. Now, I like this, and hopefully the WWE gets their head out of their fucking asses and pays this man what he wants. Because if you have The Undertaker and Kane aligned together, reunited at Survivor Series, where The Undertaker made his debut, where The Undertaker won the WWF Heavyweight Championship from Hulk Hogan. Remember that? I'll never forget that. His first WWE Championship victory over Hulk Hogan at the Survivor Series. The Undertaker needs to be at Survivor Series if this is what the WWE wants. Kane and The Undertaker versus the Wyatt family? That has money written all over it. There's no better way for you to put over the Wyatt family than taking care of The Undertaker and Kane. That is money. Hopefully it happens, and the WWE I swear to God, pay the man whatever he wants. The Undertaker, in my opinion, is the greatest of all time. Number one in the history of the WWE. Nobody will ever duplicate what that man has done in and out of the ring. The Undertaker at Survivor Series, pay the man what he wants, put him against the Wyatt family, you got yourself money in the fucking making. It doesn't even need a program. It doesn't even need a storyline. You already built it. Bray Wyatt already took out Kane. What is Kane going to do? Come back. You want to fuck with me now? I got the Undertaker. Now you're going to take us both on. You don't need to do anything fancy. It's already building itself. Book it. Brock Lesnar is not expected on WWE TV until late December or early January 2014 in time for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. At one point, WWE officials were looking at doing Lesnar versus CM Punk, like I just said 5 minutes ago, at Hell in a Cell, but they have been backing away from those plans as of late. I do not want to see Lesnar versus CM Punk again. I'm already hearing rumors that CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar might possibly happen at WrestleMania. I do not want that. I want fresh matches. I want no rematches this year at WrestleMania. I want 4 or 5 headline matches at WrestleMania, with the rest of the card being undercard. Okay? This does not need to happen again. Lesnar won because he needed to look strong going into WrestleMania if this was indeed his last match for the year. Punk doesn't need to beat Lesnar. He doesn't need to beat Lesnar. Punk is going to win the Royal Rumble. That's it. That's it. I believe the Royal Rumble is in Chicago. What more proof do you need than CM Punk? CM Punk's going to win the Royal Rumble. Easy. But doing Lesnar again would be a mistake. I mean, obviously it'll be a great match because they fucking shocked the hell out of me at SummerSlam. I knew it was going to be a good match, but I didn't expect it to be that good. But hopefully Brock Lesnar stays off TV until Royal Rumble, builds a program with either The Rock, if he's coming back, which I hope he doesn't, or The Undertaker for WrestleMania 30. PW Insider reports that Matt Morgan, ex-TNA employee, Matt Morgan, the Blueprint, has had talks with people in the WWE, but right now is nowhere close to signing a contract yet. Bring Matt Morgan to the WWE. It would only do good. That's all I got to say about that. I have no further information on that. That was in the news this week. Figure 4 W Online reports that there were a lot of people within the WWE raving about AJ Lee's Pipebomb promo on Monday Night Raw. This was done for the continuation of Season 1 of the Total Divas show on the E! Network. There were E! cameras filming an angle backstage, the promo by AJ and the reactions from other divas. This will leak to AJ versus one of the Total Divas at Night of Champions, also to be filmed for the E! show, which I'm assuming is going to be on Season 2. I enjoyed Total Divas. I'm not going to lie. It's an interesting show. I'm not too big into the reality bullshit, but if it's showing you behind the scenes, real life circumstances within the WWE, I'm all for that. Obviously, some of that is scripted. Obviously, some of it is real. You see what they really go through backstage. I like the show. AJ's Pipe Bomb was fucking awesome. Okay? I'm glad someone like her did it for the Divas. If there was anyone on the roster that was going to do something like that, it would definitely be AJ. Okay? Because she has the whole attitude for that kind of angle. Now, who do I think AJ is going to be fighting at Night of Champions from the Total Divas cast? I honestly believe Natalya deserves a shot at AJ. I think that would be a great match. Give them about 10 to 12 minutes and let them go. It could only do good for the Divas division. Only. But AJ Lee's Pipe Bomb was something to see. As soon as she started to go in the direction she was going, you kind of said, you know what, maybe I should stop what I'm doing and listen to what this girl has to say. Great segment, great promo, and that's why AJ is my favorite diva out of all of them on the WWE roster. Monday's Raw episode drew a 3.07 cable TV rating, down from the previous week of 3.24. I mean that's still a decent rating for WWE. That's better than what they've been getting. They've been getting 2.5s, not 2.5, 2.9s. But anything over 3 is an improvement over what they've been doing. So if I was WWE, I would not complain. Obviously, the 3.24 rating followed the SummerSlam pay-per-view, and everybody was interested to see what was going to happen following the pay-per-view. So there's always a higher rating for the Monday Night Raw following a massive pay-per-view like SummerSlam. So that's to be expected, but 3.07 is still a strong rating for Monday Night Raw. Ted DiBiase Jr. left the WWE this week. That did not come to a surprise internally with WWE officials and wasn't met with much of a reaction, seeing as just a shrug. Everybody just shrugged it off to some. I mean, I'm very opinionated about this, but apparently DiBiase had talked privately among some of his co-workers about leaving as of late. It said that DiBiase realized he was stuck in a position at the bottom of the ladder, on the road every week and not being booked. DiBiase felt that if he left on his own, people in WWE might respect him more, and one day, if they want him for something, he could come back and mean something. You have the son of Ted DiBiase, one of the best technical wrestlers in the WWE history. Okay? Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, one of my favorite guys watching growing up. You have his son, who is filled with so much talent and potential, and you have nothing for him? You have nothing for him? Really? You couldn't sit down with his father and think of something to get this fucking guy on TV? That's another talent gone. Wasted. And that's what they were doing with fucking Curtis Axel. Joe Hennig. That's what they were doing before they actually repackaged him and gave him the Curtis Axel name and the IC title. You got people like Axel, you got people like Cody Rhodes, you got people like Ted DiBiase, Roman Reigns. These are all these guys have bloodline in them. You're telling me you have nothing for this kid? That's just pure laziness. Pure laziness. Now, obviously, if you wanted to give him something similar to his father's gimmick, go back and watch your old tapes, because the people they got on the WWE Creative team right now don't seem to know what they're doing. I doubt they have any history of the product. Give Ted DiBiase his father's gimmick. You tried a little bit too hard in the past with the $1 Million Championship. That didn't work. He's not his father. Give him some confidence. Get behind him. That's why he failed. You got nothing for him. He's the son of Ted DiBiase. I'm sure you can find something to do with him. WrestleZone has exclusively learned, WrestleZone.com, one of my favorite sites, links down below if you guys want to find out any wrestling news, of course, all the links down below. WrestleZone.com has exclusively learned the current working lineup for WWE Night of Champions. What's already known is Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE title, CM Punk versus Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman in a handicap elimination match, and Alberto Del Rio versus Rob Van Dam, who will be managed by Ricardo Rodriguez. What else is planned for the show? As of now, we have The Shield defending the tag team titles against Big Show and Mark Henry. Bray Wyatt versus Christian. I don't know where they got that from. Possibly we'll see something on SmackDown in the next couple of weeks. Dean Ambrose defending the U.S. title against Dolph Ziggler. I don't know how the fuck they got that. Oh, well, actually I do, because, they put Ziggler in a three-way against The Shield, so I guess it would make sense if you pair Ambrose and Ziggler together, but that should be a great match nonetheless. AJ Lee defending the women's title against Natalya, Naomi, and Brie Bella in a fatal four-way match. That sounds interesting. The Miz versus Fandango, and Cody Rhodes versus Damien Sandow, which Damien Sandow obviously is on the losing end of Cody Rhodes right now, and probably will be the winner in the end out of this whole feud. So it only makes sense for Damien Sandow to win at Night of Champions if that is the case. John Cena's promo from Raw this week, where he had said doctors advised him not to work SummerSlam, was reportedly a shoot. It said that Cena insisted on facing Daniel Bryan and putting him over before taking time off for surgery and rehab. Obviously, the report got it wrong, because John Cena's promo happened 2 weeks ago, not this past week, and this is why I respect John Cena. He put over Daniel Bryan. He wanted to put over Daniel Bryan before taking time off to set up Daniel Bryan for success. John Cena knows he's coming back. John Cena knows his position is not going anywhere as number one. He's going to come back and reclaim his spot. He's going to reclaim the WWE Championship eventually. John Cena did the right thing, the right wrestling thing, by putting Daniel Bryan over, because he knows how hot Daniel Bryan is right now. This is Daniel Bryan's time to shine. John Cena knows it, and we need more wrestlers like John Cena in the WWE. Definitely. That's a great move on John Cena's part, and I'm glad he did it. WWE has published an article on John Cena this week following elbow surgery, where he comments on what the next half year holds for him. I quote, "I plan on using the next couple of months to rehab and get healthy as quickly as I can," said Cena. "My goal is to return to the WWE healthy and strong, and since my expected time away is only 6 months, this should not affect WrestleMania." John Cena offered words of encouragement for the fans he temporarily leaves behind. WWE has never been and never will be dependent on one man, with the exception of Vince McMahon. In the coming weeks, WWE will be filled with exciting programming as always, and I'll have the best seat in the house. Let's see who captivates the WWE Universe. You damn right John Cena's got the best seat in the house. If you guys been watching Total Divas, you see where that motherfucker lives? Jesus Christ. Fucking living in a fucking one of the most beautiful houses I've ever seen. Down in Florida. Cena will be back. Cena will be stronger than ever. Cena will be at WrestleMania. We all know this. Should not come to a surprise to anybody. Finishing up here, guys. It is being reported as of right now, WWE officials are making plans for WrestleMania under the assumption that Dwayne Johnson might not be involved. Reportedly, a licensee with the WWE was recently told not to produce any merchandise featuring The Rock, and they were allegedly told that he might not be featured again until 2015. Do I want The Rock back? Fuck no. Was his return great this past WrestleMania? No. Didn't do anything for me. Very lazy. He didn't seem into it, and he just got by just because he's The Rock. They gave him the WWE Championship just because he's The Rock, just because they wanted to sell the pay-per-view. Does the WWE need The Rock if they're actually going after names like Goldberg and Austin, possibly HBK, Lesnar? No, you don't need The Rock at WrestleMania. He can take the year off, let him do what he wants. Nobody's going to miss him. I'm certainly not going to miss him. It is being reported that Ryback's current bullying gimmick will result in another huge push for him, possibly even another babyface turn. Apparently, the people who work in merchandising have been instructed to brainstorm ideas for him, which is usually something that happens for babyfaces when they get a big push. WWE officials reportedly changed their original finish to the Brock Lesnar CM Punk match at SummerSlam sometime last week, which would seem to indicate that Punk was originally scheduled to win that match. It is being reported that a possible reason why Lesnar was given the win because he might be going against The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30. Lesnar's current WWE record since his return is 3 wins and 2 losses. He defeated Triple H on 2 occasions and CM Punk on 1 occasion. He has also lost to Triple H and John Cena. WWE officials wanted him to have a win heading into WrestleMania season. Now, Ryback, WWE's going to have to build up Ryback slowly again because nobody's really going to take him seriously with the gimmick he has right now. It's a very childish character. Nobody's going to take him seriously, bullying people around. And I really don't like the gimmick for him. Ryback's best character is when he didn't say a goddamn fucking word. When he was just coming out there, beating the shit out of people. That mysterious character. What is he going to do next? Who is he going to beat up next? That's the Ryback you need. You don't need Ryback bullying people around. Ryback lost every fucking pay-per-view that I can remember that he's been in. And it didn't do him any favors. It actually hurt his character more than anything. So WWE's really got a fucking horrible task, a difficult task, to build this man back up. Because right now, you, me, and everybody else, they're not going to take him seriously at all. And what did I tell you about Brock Lesnar? Brock Lesnar needed to win this match, looking strong going into WrestleMania. That's exactly why he needed to win. That's exactly what was being reported. That's exactly what WWE was thinking. They were thinking like me, okay? And they made the right decision. CM Punk doesn't need to beat Brock Lesnar. CM Punk is going to be in the main event regardless. Brock Lesnar right now is a rental. 4 times out of the year, this man's going to wrestle. And especially if he's going to wrestle The Undertaker, you have to have him looking like a fucking beast going against The Undertaker. Because that WrestleMania undefeated streak is bigger than anything when it comes to WrestleMania. It's bigger than the WWE Championship. It's bigger than every title combined. So you got to have him looking strong because you want to make it realistic. Can Lesnar take down the streak? It's going to be fucking something to see, man. I'm telling you right now, if it happens. If it happens. And finally, guys, on Twitter, former WWE WCW superstar Bill Goldberg denied this week that he was in talks with WWE about a potential return to the company at WrestleMania. When asked by a fan on returning regarding the report, he simply replied, no. That's all he said. Obviously, he's not going to say if he's going to be at WrestleMania. Obviously, he's not going to let you know. I know Vince McMahon wants him at WrestleMania. I know WWE's got a DVD coming out about him. I know he's going to be in the new 2K14, which you'll see all over this channel when it comes out. So, obviously, he's not going to say anything right now. But will Bill Goldberg be at WrestleMania? I'm going to say yes. I think a deal is going to get done. Do I want to see him back in the WWE? Fuck yeah. Bill Goldberg still can draw money. Bill Goldberg's name can still fill seats. He's 46 years old, and he looks amazing for his age. And you can put him against anybody in the WWE right now that's on the main event level. And people will pay to see that match. Who do I want to see him fight at WrestleMania? A lot of people are lobbying for Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know about that. That will be the fucking, the typical blow-off, because they were so similar. You got Steve Austin in the Attitude Era as the #1 guy in the WWE. You had Bill Goldberg building WCW up, going head-to-head with WWE. To have these two guys end it all, who's the best out of the two? That would be great. But Bill Goldberg, I really don't know who you can put him against at WrestleMania. Everybody's saying Ryback as well. You know, listen, if he's going to put Ryback over, more power to Goldberg. But I don't know right now. You got to be careful with the way you book WrestleMania, because it's got to make sense. But do I want to see Goldberg back in the WWE in some capacity? Definitely. I'm sure you guys do as well. This is the end of this week's show, guys. Jesus Christ, it went on to 31 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you stuck around. I had a lot of shit, like I said, guys, and I'm happy to bring this to you every fucking week. I love the WWE just as much as you guys. Let me know what you think about this week's news and rumors down below. If you guys missed my previous WWE videos, they will be right at the top of the description. Links, click them. It'll take you right to next week's news and rumors and Monday Night Raw review for this week. And guys, I know YouTube has been a pain in the fucking ass. It's not been sending my videos to sub boxes. I've had a very, very bad week as far as subscribers go and views. So if you guys can support this video, please do so. Support this channel for all the WWE content. And like I said, let me know what you think down below in the contents. I'm out. I will see you guys on Tuesday morning for the WWE Monday Night Raw review. Until then, guys, take care. Have a great Labor Day weekend. I'll be stuck at work, suffering away while you guys are having fun. But I'll see you on Tuesday for Monday Night Raw, guys. Take care, and I'll see you later.